My letter was written by Clarence, a soldier in the 34th Division of the American Army, on April 24th, 1941, to Evelyn. In the letter, Clarence uses an abundance of pathetic appeals to convince Evelyn to respond to him. The first subject he begins his series of pity attempts with is that he's being treated for typhoid fever. He writes that he has just received his second shot and that the disease could not make him feel any worse. According to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, typhoid fever is a bacterial disease transmitted by contaminated water or food, usually because of the lack of proper sanitary procedures. The initial symptoms of the disease are severe fevers, stomach pains, and headaches, but if not treated in time, leads to significant organ malfunction, most notably the deterioration of the intestines, which leads to death. Typhoid fever was the most fatal when it was easily spread before the 1940s, killing about 174 per 100,000 people in 1891, according to the incidence of typhoid fever from the CDC. The disease was a significant issue in the Army because of the ability for the disease to spread if one soldier was infected. Many precautions were necessary to prevent the disease from spreading further, taking time away from preparing the soldiers for combat. According to newsmedical.net, in 1909, Frederick F. Russell, a U.S. Army physician, developed an American typhoid vaccine, which was then administered to the entire Army, halting the spread of the disease. This allowed the Army to focus less on preventing the spread of typhoid fever and instead spending that time training soldiers. Clarence must not have received the vaccine prior to joining the Army and was unfortunate to catch the disease prior to being recruited. The vaccine was essential during the time because of the difficulty in treating the disease with available medical technology. Today, antibacterial medicines are used when treating early-stage typhoid fever, but they were not available until the mid-1940s because of the disease's resistances to most antibacterial medicine, according to PubMed Central, a collection of medical journal articles. Therefore, Clarence had to undergo a series of painful shots that killed the bacteria. To ensure the shots killed the disease, patients had to have at least 3 increasing dosages, meaning the shots were more painful each time. Clarence may have taken a low shot using the disease to persuade Evelyn to write him, but he was not lying when he said the disease could not make him feel any worse.